Alright, we're back with some more Slay the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So, I guess this time I'll try
You're
to
here
just
to slay
appeal
her.
to her.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh man, what do I want to say? The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end of the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, doesn't it? Forget it, I'm not doing this.
Are you serious?
Fuck it and leave.
No, you have to do it.
Alright. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say is, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Oh, I'm not
Then
pulling out at
each
all.
and every one of us is doomed.
What?
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
You know what? I don't think I need the blade.
Is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Well, I don't want to do this right. Enter the basement.
Fuck it.
I am of
The
no
door to the
threat.
basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I'm here to save you. Why? I'm here to save you. Man, I don't know if I'm here to save. I just want to talk. Just checking in on you.
You are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
See, she's harmless.
I am begging you to stay focused.
Clearly.
There's a lot riding on you here.
Not yet.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
You know what? I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
Or is she gonna
making a
kill you?
huge mistake.
Probably.
No, you're doing the right thing. You You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Yeah, and people just wouldn't write the password to their computer and sticky note it to the desk either.
Oh god, why do you gotta say shit like that? You're just trying to piss me off.
Yeah, trust me, I know how often it happens. There isn't a key. Do you have any other ideas? I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere there, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
I haven't gotten murdered yet. This is good.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Huh.
Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Alright, I guess I've returned to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Just send another guy, it's fine.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
I wish you could have saw my face. I wasn't prepared for that.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
You know, you ever get the feeling you might have made a mistake?
Every time.
It's the blade from
Usually it's your
upstairs.
fault.
You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
You know, I'm having doubts
Or
now.
you could use it to free her.
You never.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm curious. I gotta save her.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
You know, I'm not good at slaying people, and I'm not good at saving them either. I did the old Saw scenario.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
I don't consent to this,
No.
narrator.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Not me.
Boy,
Hold
I
on.
wonder what I'll do. Slay the princess, 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 slay the princess. Maybe I'll slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the
You got
princess, slay the
options.
princess, slay the... Warn her? Huh.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
That's the idea.
The body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Boy, I wonder what I'll do. Resist.
The blade.
You love the illusion of
Move
choice.
the blade.
Yes.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches
Believe me,
towards
baby,
you
I know.
and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
You know, this did not go as I planned at all. In my head, I had this adorable romantic dinner in my head, and a lot less stabbing and penetration
Oh, no.
like this.
I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use
Sorry,
it,
I'm
does
sorry,
she?
I'm sorry.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust
At
of
least
the
she's
knife,
sorry.
your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, that was interesting.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Oh, you bastard, I'm in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be
Voice of the
sneaky about it.
smitten.
Hell yeah, I love Smitten.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Who is the other three?
We'll see about
All
that.
in you.
Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I proceed to the cabin?
a warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
Hell yes, Smitten.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My
do.
passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Like a guy who just
Sure,
does, haha!
yeah, your passions are strong and all, but
He
not
definitely
everyone
does.
needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Well, the door looks different, doesn't it?
The
Yes, it
blade
does.
is your implement. You'll
Pretty
need
though.
it if you want to do this right.
I'm gonna ignore the mirror. I'm gonna approach it. I don't need the blade.
Yeah, now you're getting it.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
I like getting manipulated. It's half the fun.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
Huzzah!
You know she can't
Huzzah!
hear, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that?
Back.
She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Well, she killed us.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset.
You ever heard of multiverse theory?
Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. You know, I probably should have brought the knife
Why?
to cut her out of there.
But what if you kill her?
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? I feel like, because this is a different universe, she'll think I'm crazy. But she seems like she remembers.
You're doing fine.
I'm just gonna rescue the princess.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that.
Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
That'd have been my dumb ass just being, like, in prison and be like, I did not realize I could just slip out of these.
If
I didn't realize I
able
could just
to slip out
leave.
of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
Because we've yet to present her with her freedom.
I like your thinking, Smitten.
I'm not sure I follow.
Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
Huzzah!
One of us has to be.
Huzzah!
Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
Nothing some spit and Vaseline can't take care of.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Is this what kills me?
If only you had a weapon.
Probably.
One slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Leave very quickly.
What do you want to do? We leave and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't
Because we're just
actually
like,
know.
yeah, actually.
Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I
Kinda.
think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something you want. Do
How
you want to end the
dare-
world?
How dare you ask a woman what she wants? You should know better than this.
I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. If you want to leave, then let's leave. Yeah,
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
We have each
Beautiful.
other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar
man.
move.
I'm gonna have to get rid of this door next time. That's where I fucked up.
Did I do that
You
last
didn't just
time?
break the
And
door.
You should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Like, as long as this door isn't made out of mahogany, I could probably kick it down.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Oh no, it looks like a really nice door. Look at that metal.
But this is like old medieval metal. Like, I don't think the hinges were that great back then. They probably were.
Of course you wouldn't understand.
Probably cast
Our
iron.
passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Are you listening
Yeah.
to this? You don't have to go along
Doors
with the
that all
every
they had to
whim of
prevent
a
was someone
delusional
fucking
voice.
kicking them down.
This is a kick-proof door. It's probably horse-proof too.
I'm just along for the ride
Damn
at
it.
this point.
I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair
He's
of
like, I don't care
teenagers
what's
in
going
love,
on, just
you
get
and
me
the
out of
princess
here.
Place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you our love was insurmountable.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
He's such a fucking dick move at this point.
You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
I hate you too.
You know, if her walking out that door is really gonna end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
So all we need to be happy is each other. What if we just stayed here and built a life together? Stop with the interruptions. I already made up my mind. We're leaving. Just ignore them.
What?
Huh?
No.
What?
Don't worry about it. Someone's yelling off screen.
Oh. I don't know. She seems like she wants to leave. Just ignore them.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes,
Just
I suppose
like
you
you
are
wanted.
going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
I mean, I
Yeah.
keep the fan on in my room. It keeps me pretty happy, so yeah, maybe.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Oh god. Bye.
But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Nor will you. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's gonna be okay, just trust me.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side, it's going to be nice. It's not the end for you. Sorry, it's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's gonna be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've grown. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
I'm not sure if I got the good ending or not.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe
Well, you
your
saved
slate
her.
clean
That's
once
for sure.
again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed? Does it feel like to change like this? When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closed around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. Than anyone else I've met. Why?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer? She's not gonna do that. What does it feel like to change? When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
When I go back, it says if an invisible wall closes around me, why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Oh my god, there's so many options. I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart, Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
You've been kinder to me than anyone else. Anyone else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Weird.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
You're on a path
Well.
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
That's gonna be it for this one. That was not as long as I was expecting. I'll think of some more routes and avenues I could go. But that's it for this one, and until next time, everybody.